Have you noticed that thought leadership is now a lot like Netflix? An endless stream of pretty good ideas. Not great, not terrible, just good enough to keep you from unsubscribing from their brilliance. Yeah, welcome to the era of what I'm calling AI-powered idea inflation, where the supply of insights, it's endless, and the demand for meaning has flatlined. Yeah, let's talk about that. So a few months ago, Gallup, the research organization, they reported that employee engagement, it's at its lowest point in a decade. Only 31% of US workers describe themselves as engaged in their jobs. But here's the thing. In marketing, it's not burnout, it's not outrage, it's boredom. It's dressed up as a more efficient productivity, but it's boredom nonetheless. Marketing organizations, and especially those focused on developing thought leadership programs, have quietly built their own Netflix model. An endless supply of average ideas sorted in endless meetings, minimally viable campaigns, and AI-generated content. Everybody's busy and nobody's connected. And that thought leadership culture we keep celebrating, yeah, it's quietly eating its own young. You see, generative AI was supposed to make us more creative, and instead it simply made us more prolific. Thought leaders can now spin up a visionary thesis before their second coffee, polished, validated, and perhaps completely disconnected from reality. Those half-baked but beautiful ideas then get handed to content teams like commandments from the mountains. And those teams, well, they're already sprinting just to keep up with every silo's good idea, and now they're simply left to package up the brilliance that's been AI approved before anybody's actually thought critically about it. But yeah, from my perspective, this isn't a productivity crisis. It's a relationship crisis. The gap in marketing between the idea makers and the idea shapers, it continues to widen. The connective tissue of trust, of collaboration, shared thinking, shared purpose, it's dissolving under the weight of good enough. And now when many of these thought leaders are using AI as their thought partner, they don't ask, is this idea any good? What they ask is, this is a great idea, right? And of course, the machine says, absolutely, you're a genius. It's just validation masquerading as insight. What's the result? Ideas get cheaper to make, but more expensive to believe in. That's what I'm calling idea inflation, when the supply of thoughts outpaces the human interest required to make them matter. And here's the kicker. AI helps both sides right now avoid the critical thinking because the leaders generate the AI-made ideas and the practitioners' content team, well, they dutifully use AI to express it. So no one really gets the learning or the insight from the piece itself. The AI usage in thought leadership doesn't bridge some understanding gap, it simply mirrors it. What happens? Each side, both the thought leaders and the practitioners, they get busier, faster, and lonelier. Nobody's arguing about the nuanced points of the visionary idea. The idea doesn't build a relationship. Nobody's pressure testing whether or not it's the right argument to make from our team. Idea inflation is so high that nobody really cares anymore because no one feels ownership of the thinking anymore. So how do you fix that? Well, we take a cue from the Federal Reserve and we need to raise, the interest rate. Not the economic kind, the human kind. Start by co-creating the thinking. You want a little more? My full article is linked in the post, and I'd love to get your take. Just remember, AI won't destroy thought leadership, and it might even help in the future. But in a world of idea inflation, thought leadership without relationships, that'll destroy your team. So slow down. Think together. It's your story. Tell it well together. And I'll see you again next week.